Welcome to the Indian Express online channel. On Sunday, a 26-year-old Dalit PhD student at Hyderabad University hanged himself after telling his friends that he was so broke that he didn't have money even to give them a small treat. Rohit Chakravarti Vemula had his stipend stopped last year after a disagreement that he had with a few ABVP people. To discuss this whole very sad issue, we have here Mr. Ajay Shankar, the editor on the story. Ajay, what is this about? Could you tell us a little more about this?
Yes, on the face of it, Rohit, the boy who committed suicide, he did leave a suicide note but didn't kind of mention clearly why he took this step. But we have spoken to his friends and associates and officials in the University of Hyderabad, and we've been able to piece together a sequence of events that gives us enough clues as to why this would have happened. The story starts around last August and draws its background from the student politics prevalent in the university at the time, basically the tussle between the Ambedkar Students' Association of Dalit students and the ABVP, the BJP's student wing. There is a clash. An ABVP leader accuses Rohit and 4 others of assaulting him. An inquiry panel finds there is no evidence. But then a set of curious flip-flops happen. The students are held guilty. They are suspended. By this time, Rohit's stipend is already stopped. And slowly the walls kind of start closing in on the student. He is starved of cash. He finds himself isolated. He admits to his friends by, say, December that he is feeling depressed, he's down. His father is a security guard, his mother is a tailor. They're struggling to keep him going. So yes, these are the clues that kind of lead us to believe that the disciplinary ban on these students was one of the major reasons that led to Rohit committing suicide on Sunday.
So Ajay, the action against Rohit was initiated on the basis of a letter that the Labour Minister Bandaru Dattatreya wrote to the HRD Minister. So this is the Minister of Labour. Why did he have to interfere in the affairs of a national university, which, if at all it is under anybody, it's under the HRD Ministry?
Quite true. It is strange. The only possible explanation, of course, is that he is a BJP leader and a local MP, and the ABVP student who alleged assault in this case is one of the mainstays of the ABVP there. So the minister now claims that he has just forwarded a complaint that he received from the ABVP to the HRD ministry, but the fact is that he did write a letter on his letterhead. So that is a question mark, a huge question mark in this case, because there is a clear trend whereby after the minister's mail goes to the HRD ministry forwards that mail to the university seeking explanations, and then the case starts building up against these students.
So Ajay, the minister's letter, Bandaru Dattatreya's letter to the HRD ministry, now this is clearly a very blatant interference by the central government, no less, in the happenings of a university. Now, while this has happened before in India, various parties have done this. This case is particularly important and significant and worrisome also because the student concerned is a Dalit student, and the students with whom he had a problem were ABVP students, which is the student wing of the BJP, which is ruling at the center. So is there something extra that you see in this, or is it something that's been happening always on campuses?
The minister's letter does bring into focus a larger question of how far can the government interfere in the functioning of an educational institution, even if in this case it's a central university. The only link that like I mentioned before, that the minister has to this case is that he is a local MP. And possibly he knows the ABVP students involved. But he is the labor minister of the country. And as the labor minister of the country, it is very strange if you decide to intervene in the internal affairs of a university in Hyderabad. So that does raise this larger question of government interference in educational institutions. And that's something for the government and for the HRD ministry to address seriously.
So where do you see this? The students are now protesting. They want a case registered against the minister under the SC/ST Act, the very stringent SC/ST Act. So where do you see this going from here? There are already huge. There's a huge row now. So what happens in this?
Quite a lot depends on how the central government or the HRD, HRD ministry, because it's the central university, tackles this. They've already sent a probe team to look into the matter and find out what happened. And the findings of the probe committee, and I hope it happens soon, will probably be a clincher.
Is there a deadline to when the probe is to be finished, or
Not really, but they have said that they are going to wrap it up as soon as possible. My guess is everything would depend on the findings of the probe committee.
So we shall certainly wait for the findings of the probe committee. Meanwhile, the university is in a state of shock and turmoil. We shall be watching this, and we shall be bringing all updates in this very sad story to you as it happens. Thank you.
Thank you.